The film picks up over a decade after the events of the first film, with Jake Sully narrating his new life as the chief of the Amaticea clan. He is now married to Neytiri and they have a family together, including their sons Netayam and Laak, their daughter Tuk, and Jake's adopted daughter Kiri, who was born from Grace Augustine's comatose Navi avatar. They also have a human boy named Spider, who is the son of Miles Quaritch and was unable to be transported to Earth in cryostasis as an infant. While Jake has accepted Spider as a member of their family, Neytiri is still distrustful of him due to his human origins. However, all the children get along well and Spider has fully embraced Navi culture and traditions. Their peaceful life is disrupted when they spot a strange star in the night sky, only to realize it's a RDA spaceship returning to Pandora to colonize it again. Among the new arrivals is Colonel Quaritch, who has been cloned into a Navi body, and has had his memories uploaded from before his death. As a result, Quaritch has no recollection of his death at Jake's hands, but is driven by a vengeful mission to eliminate him. In order to stop the RDA from exploiting Pandora again, Jake leads a guerrilla operation against the RDA's supply lines to weaken them. During one of the operations, Laak, who is eager to prove himself as a Navi warrior, disobeys Netayam and tries to assist Jake in battle but is injured. Jake rescues him and disciplines him for being reckless, but Neytiri reminds Jake to not be too hard on Laak. Jake expresses his concern for the safety of his children as a father. Quaritch, however, is not pleased with the operation and initiates a search mission to kill Jake. While Jake's children and Spider are exploring the rainforest, Quaritch and his team stumble upon Jake's human remains. Laak spots them and informs Jake, leading to a skirmish where Quaritch captures Jake's children. Jake and Neytiri arrive in time to free most of them, but Spider is taken by Quaritch, who recognizes him as his son. On the RDA ship, Quaritch tries to force information about Jake out of Spider, but he refuses. Quaritch then tries a different approach and uses Spider's knowledge of Navi culture to his advantage, even successfully taming an Ikran flying creature as his own vehicle. To protect his family and avoid another catastrophe, Jake convinces a hesitant Neytiri and the rest of his family to leave the Amaticea clan and seek refuge on the eastern seaboard of Metcaena, a coral reef island whose clan and lifestyle is adapted to Pandora's aquatic habitat. Jake hands over his chief mantle to his successor and leaves with his family for Metcaena. Once they arrive, they are greeted by the clan chief Tanuari and his wife Ronal, who is initially skeptical of them. However, Jake explains their situation and they are allowed to stay and given shelter. Despite some tribesmen looking down on Jake and his children for their human heritage, the family adapts to the ways of the reef people and earns their respect. Kiri is particularly drawn to the aquatic life of Metcaena and forms a spiritual bond with the sea and its creatures, while Laak becomes friends with Syria, the daughter of clan chief Tanuari, and his wife Ronal. While adapting to their new surroundings, Laak gets into a fight with Syria's brother Aonung after he makes a crude joke about Kiri and him due to their mixed human lineage. Jake scolds his son for his behavior and insists that he apologizes to Aonung and his friends. However, they trick him into going on a trip into the territory of a dangerous sea predator, the Aquila, and leave him stranded as revenge. The Aquila tries to attack Laak, but he is saved by and befriends Payakan, a tulkun, an intelligent and peaceful cetacean species whom the Metcaena consider their spiritual family. Laak is able to communicate with Payakan through signing and removes an old harpoon head from the beast's right fin. Upon his return to Metcaena, Chief Tanuari, who becomes aware of Aonung's trickery, asks Aonung to apologize to Laak, but Laak takes the blame himself and wins Aonung's friendship. He also learns that Payakan is an outcast among his species. Meanwhile, Kiri has a seizure while linking with an offshoot of the Tree of Souls to meet her mother. She is healed by Ronal, but when Jake calls Norm Spellman and Max Patel for help, Quaritch is able to track them to the archipelago where the reef people live. Quaritch comes with Spider and commandeers a whaling vessel which is hunting tulkuns to harvest their brain enzymes for creating anti-aging remedies. Quaritch brutally questions the indigenous tribes about Jake's location, and when he fails, he orders the whaling crew to wantonly kill the tulkuns in order to draw Jake out. Laak mentally links with Payakan and learns that the tulkun was cast out because he went against the ways of his species and attacked the whalers who killed his mother. When the Metcaena learn of the tulkun killings, Laak, along with his siblings Syria and Aonung, sets out to warn Payakan. They find Payakan being chased by the whalers and Laak, Kiri and Tuk are captured by Quaritch. With their children in danger, Jake, Neytiri and the Metcaena set out to confront the humans. Quaritch forces Jake to surrender, but Payakan, seeing his soul brother in danger, attacks the whalers, leading to a fight that kills most of the crew and critically damages the vessel, causing it to sink. Netayam rescues Laak and Spider, but is killed in the process. Jake faces Quaritch, who uses Kiri as a hostage. Neytiri also uses Spider as a hostage and Quaritch initially denies Spider as his son, but backs down when Neytiri cuts him on the chest. As the vessel sinks, Jake, Quaritch, Neytiri, and Tuk become trapped inside. Jake overpowers Quaritch and becomes unconscious, and is rescued by Laak and Payakan. Kiri summons sea creatures to help her save Neytiri and Tuck. Spider finds and rescues Quaritch, but chooses to abandon him due to his cruel actions towards the Na'vi, and putting his desire to kill Jake's family above being a good father. He chooses to rejoin Jake's family instead. After Netayam's funeral, Jake and his family decide to stay with the Metkayina permanently. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.